Hey everyone, it's Quinn. So let's talk about Quinn's transition thus far. Well, first of all, let me just say that I've never made a video before and this is my first time. So let's just bear with me here. I got a new iPhone, so I'm just basically just holding this thing up and just gonna straight up upload it to Facebook. So let's disregard the quality. So let's see. I'm about 3 months on T. And a lot has happened thus far. I also have a few questions that I was asked. My roommate Betty asked me if I have fear of shots, like giving myself the shot or anything. And honestly, I think I would be really a lot more scared than I am if I didn't numb the area. So my doctor taught me how to just put ice on it and then just shoot myself. So I mean, if it weren't for that fact, I think it would be a lot more anxiety into it. And because I know a lot of people who have had bad experiences, like they'll hit something and then they'll be screwed up basically for a while and have to go to the doctor for it, or you're just naturally terrified of needles, in which case then obviously it's not easy for you. Either you have someone else do it for you, or you just go to the clinic every week, which sounds like a pain. So I'm extremely lucky in that area that I'm not terrified of needles. Let's see. And she also asked if I have a lot of support, which, oh, Betty. I live with her, and as I'm going through this transition, so she's my biggest supporter, so of course I have support, Betty. I have support everywhere, really, and it's kind of incredible. I have friends and all my friends, all my family, and even distant relatives. I don't really hang out with anyone. Like, I'm still pretty introverted, so it's not like I experience a lot of outside support, I guess you could say. So it's mostly just on social media, which I'm perfectly fine with because I like to keep to myself and it's interesting. But when it comes to trans related things, I just speak up. I'm like, hey, let me tell you about this because I know about it because I'm trans. Surprise! So, I mean, that's always interesting. I think I've become more brave when it comes to speaking up about who I am or what I believe in, that kind of thing, and that's never happened. I've always been a very shy, introverted person. So, but now I feel confident enough to speak up and be like, hey, this is what I think about this, or this is what I know about this, for that matter, and or you're saying something wrong, and let me just correct you. And I think it's the most exciting thing when people come up to me and they ask questions, and I just love that because I'm like, oh, really, you're willing to learn, and that's awesome to me. The I've had a lot of changes really thus far. I think the most exciting one is that I'm not as anxious as I used to be. I used to be on antidepressants for anxiety, and I've gone off of them, and I feel completely fine. And I think that's awesome. So, yeah. I also have experienced a voice drop or two, maybe two, I don't know for sure, where I don't hear it in person, obviously, because it's my own voice, but even people hanging out with me in person don't really, I don't sound that different. They know who I am, because they obviously see my face and they know me. Now that I think about that, it sounds kind of stupid. But anyway, when I, hear my voice on a recording or on video or something when I'm talking on the phone, some people don't recognize me, and so I think that was the most exciting part in the physical transition that I've experienced this far, because I feel like that's what made it official that things were actually happening. A lot of changes have happened thus far, and it's nerve-wracking a little bit because the changes happen so quickly, and I don't really like change, to be honest. But I think that's the most difficult thing that I've had problems with, is just keeping up with what's happening and understanding that it's not in my control. The most difficult part was the first 2 months. I think that part's over, hopefully, knock on wood, where my emotions would just be all over the place, where I would just feel like I'm just spinning in circles and not sure what is going on, what I'm feeling, and I would feel like I was on cloud 9, but at the same time I'd feel like I'm in the pits of hell, which was interesting. I didn't get it. I'm like, what's happening? Am I good? Am I bad? I don't know. So I think that was the most difficult part, honestly, for me, is the emotional part, because I've always been an emotional person, but I feel like they're more under control now, which is, thank God for that. Because, but, like, I've never really been a crier. I've just been really emotional. I haven't actually cried since I started testosterone, now that I think about it. That's interesting. And actually, like, the week after my very first week of testosterone, I broke out in a lot of oil on my face, which was gross. And my face hasn't really felt the same since. Like, it just immediately changed. Like, it feels kind of, like, manly. Like, it feels, like, the rest of my body feels soft like it does, and that's, thank God, because I don't want rough skin. So I'm doing everything in my power to keep it moisturized and everything like that. But it feels, like, fuzzy, and it feels, like, kind of sticky. Not that I don't bathe or wash my face every day, because I've been on that, because I don't want acne. Like, I'm fighting it as hard as I can. Because I had really bad acne on period 1.0 when I was from 13 to 18. Like, it was just really bad, and I've just been getting rid of it, like, the last year or two, and I'm really scared, to be honest. But I had a little bit of a acne situation, like, the second month. I don't know if that was from wearing my binder or what, but I got rid of it, so that's all that matters, right? Let me see. I have some notes. Let me just get those really quick. So, 1 second. Oh, I realized that, like, whenever I do decide to work out, my muscles, like, form a lot faster, and I have a much faster metabolism, which is fascinating. Like, I didn't think that was ever going to happen. And I go through phases of where I'm just starving for days and days, and nothing really fills me up, which is really hard to stay away from the bad food that will fill me up, like the carbs, like bread. Like, just give me some pasta, please. I want some pasta. But I've actually been doing kind of bad on the eating. My bad. But I think my main goal isn't to be like a super fit person or anything like that. I just want to be healthy and just learn to love my body as it goes through these changes and everything like that. So I'm trying my hardest not to be as hard on myself as I used to be. And because I've always had a problem with self-acceptance and self-love, obviously, not really being true to who I really was. So, I mean, things are good. Things are good physically. I like it. I don't imagine myself becoming a hairy person, which I'm very thankful for, because I don't like hair on me personally. I've experienced some random, like, peach fuzz on my neck and a little stash and everything, and my leg and arm hair is growing in darker and random places, which is interesting. I like it. So, also, is there anything about transitioning that you found surprising thus far? Yes and no. Like, it's really just how quickly everything changes. I didn't expect this many changes so quickly, and I didn't expect it to feel as natural as it does. So I think that's cool, because I thought that it wouldn't happen so quickly, and I didn't think I would feel as at peace as everyone talks about. Like, I know it's very common to, like, be in shock about feeling comfortable with yourself when you've spent all of your life living in confusion, I guess you could say. And it's really interesting. Like, I don't know, I've never experienced like how a cis person feels, I guess. Like, you wake up feeling female and you're like, oh yeah, that's who I am, and this is fucking fantastic. Like, no, I've never had that feeling. I'm like, I wake up and I'm like, I don't, who am I? And so I'm starting to feel more at home, and I think it's beautiful, really. It it blows my mind, like, every time I, like, think about it. I'm like, is this how everyone always feels? Really? Is this a real life thing? So I think just getting used to that is it's just another challenge, really. And is there anything your support system hasn't done that you wish they would? No, I think your support is all that really matters. to me, and I think because there are a lot of people out there that don't have the support that they deserve, and that in itself is just heartbreaking. So I appreciate all the support that I have. Just if you say that you're an ally, though, which is a little bit a step above just being a supporter, don't say that you're an ally. Just be supportive. You know what I mean? Like you gotta go that extra 9 yards and like protect me from whatever situation I may be in. I guess make sure that I don't get beat up in the bathroom or something. I don't know, something crazy like that. So, but no, I mean everything's good. I like it. Let's see. Oh, I started to smell weird. Like when I get all stinky and sweaty, like the bad odor smells differently, which is interesting to get used to. Yeah, I don't know. I'm starting to get that smelly boy vibe. It's fucking weird. I also have experienced the hormone changes, which is exciting. No pun intended. So basically, I didn't think that it was as biological. Like I never thought I would really understand the whole biological sense of a male sex drive, and I have, and it's kind of annoying, but it's awesome at the same time because I never really had a sex drive, and I was never really interested in that. Just to be blunt, sorry, family members. um, but I mean, everything of this transition so far is exciting, but I just thought it was fascinating just how it really truly is a biological thing, and it's weird. Yeah, there was something else that I wanted to say, but I don't remember. Oh, I stopped menstruating. Yeah. Um, after the second month, so thank Christ for that, because it's a rough week in a trans boy's life to experience that. It causes extreme dysphoria, and you just want to hide in your room and cry like a little boy, and just it's not right. So I'm glad that that's done and over with. As far as physical changes, I think that's about it. My emotional changes, I've got the support, and I'm just doing me. I mean, the most difficult part is school, to be honest, and I won't really get too much into that, but I'm dealing with it. I just kind of going with emotions. I have support from my classmates and everything like that, so that's really all that matters, I think, at this point. But as far as everything else, I think I've covered just about everything. So if you have any other questions or comments, just go ahead and let me know. I would be more than willing to talk with you about it. I love to talk about it, honestly. It's the only thing I care about to talk about at this time. So just let me know. Much love to everyone. Bye.